Hi, hello everyone. So in previous video I was talking about how to get started with the visa process to move to Austria, and this video is going to be a continuation of that. So once you land in Austria, what are the few things that you have to do in the first few days to get started with your life in Austria? So this video is only for people who wanted to move to Austria for a job or to do their studies in Austria. Once you land in Austria, you would probably need a place to stay, and this stay has to be registered in the nearby municipal office. And how can you register that stay? There is a form called Meldezettel, which literally translates to registration of residence, and this has informations like your date of birth, passport number, place of birth, and all stuffs like that. And this has to be signed by your landlord or owner, whoever gives you that place. So this document has infos like, hey, this tenant is living from this date in this place, and this has to be done when you initially move to Austria within the first 3 working days, and that's very important. Okay, let me give some more information about this and some tips about how to make this process easier. So initially, before you move to Austria, please have a conversation with your landlord, whether it's an Airbnb or booking.com or some hostels for students. So have a conversation with your landlord, say that, hey, I'm moving to Austria for this purpose, and from these dates I'll be in your place. Can you please provide me a Meldezettel? And if the owner agrees, yes, once you come here, there's a form they give you, and then you can go to the municipal office and then register it. And if not, you have to look for another place that provides you a Meldezettel. This procedure is only applicable for the people who are moving to work as well as to do their studies, and not for tourists, because tourists are going to be here only for a few days and then they leave. And why do the government here wants you to do this is because this registration of residence or Meldezettel is kind of a record. So in case of any emergency or something like that, they know where to look for which person, and also it goes into a record like how many people are living here, from which country are living in that place. And this helps government in a lot of other ways, and also for security reasons and stuff like that. So that's the reason they want to do this registration of residence within the first 3 days of your arrival in Austria, and failure to do so may attract very heavy fines. Okay, so now what is the procedure to get this done? So I'll walk through this. So get this Meldezettel form from your landlord, fill in all your details like name, date of birth and every stuff, and get your landlord's signature in this. Get this form ready and move to the nearby municipal office. So in a city in Austria, there are a lot of municipal offices where you can do this Meldezettel procedure. I'll also place a link here, and in that link, go to the particular city and then look for the nearby office and then book an appointment. Once you book an appointment, you go to that place, and then it just takes 5 minutes. They ask you a passport and your birth certificate, and that's it. And then they'll check this, and then your Meldezettel form, and then they give you this signed by the government official Meldezettel form. That's the proof that you have registered in the city within Austria, and that is really important because the next steps that I'm going to explain needs this document. So this is the top priority document once you move to Austria, that has to be done immediately. And again, if you're changing from, say, from place A to place B within Austria, then you have to deregister from that place and then register in your new place. So that's another process that has to be done. So basically, within Austria, if you're moving, you have to register in your place, and then if you're moving from that to another place, you have to deregister and register in your new place. So this is the procedure that works here. So once you're done with Meldezettel, the registration, the next thing that you have to do is like open a bank account. This is very much needed because you need a bank account for all your transactions within Austria. And how do you do this? Walk up to a nearby bank. So I'm not here to promote any bank, but just do your own research and then just go for the nearby bank, and then you do walk in and then ask them, hey, I want to open a new bank account, and they might say like you need an appointment to do that. So this is not like India where you just walk into a bank and then you immediately open a bank account. Here you go there and then say that you want to open a bank account, and then they will give you an appointment date, and then you have to go in that appointment date, and then they will open a bank account for you. And the documents that are needed for this opening a bank account is your Meldezettel. Do this in the first few days after moving to Austria, which saves a lot of hassle for the money transactions between India and here and stuff like that. So I would highly recommend to do this bank account opening in the first few days after moving to Austria. The next thing that you want to do is like you need to get a SIM card. With international roaming, you'll be probably coming from another country to Austria and then you'll be on international roaming. But now you need an Austrian SIM card to have a local communication here. And for this, you need to go to the nearby network operator, and then they will also ask you this Meldezettel and then passport. And the last but not the least thing that you need to do after moving to Austria is your Hausarzt registration. So how can we done this? So what is this Hausarzt? And these are the questions that might pop up in your head. So Hausarzt is nothing but it's called a home doctor, literally translated to, or you can also call it as like a family doctor, like how you have it in India. So this is the concept here. So in case of any health issue in Austria, you have to reach to your Hausarzt first, and they will guide you to the specialist to whom you need to look for. This is not like India where you have a problem and directly you approach a specialist. So here you have to go to your Hausarzt, and then the Hausarzt will guide you which whether a cardiologist or gastroenterologist or somewhere. So they will guide you to which specialist that you need to go. And for this, what you have to do is register with the Hausarzt. So this can be done only after you get your e-card. So this e-card is something like a social insurance card, and this card, say for someone who is doing the studies, the college will guide you how to get this e-card stuff. And for someone who has moved to Austria for work, the employer will apply you for the e-card. So once you get this e-card, you have to go to look for nearby doctors nearby in your area, and then say to them that, hey, I want to register with this doctor. So all Hausarzt generally here or general practitioners, so you have to just go them and tell that, hey, I would like to register with you. And please do your own research and talk to your colleagues or people like who is the best Hausarzt nearby this area, and then you get to know really one. Sometimes unfortunately you might not get that Hausarzt because so each Hausarzt in Austria, they have a bandwidth of handling only specific amount of patients. So a doctor can't take n number of patients with them. So if that Hausarzt is not available, just look for another Hausarzt, and then please register with Hausarzt immediately after moving to Austria and getting your e-card, because you might never know when you might get sick, and after getting sick, starting this process of registration and then finding a specialist, it might take some time. In order to avoid that, once you get the e-card, please register with your Hausarzt. So that's really important thing that I really missed to do. I wanted you to not do that. So this is very important, and these are the few things that you should do once you move to Austria to get started with a peaceful life, because this is a new country and things are very new here from your home country. And yeah, this is how it works here. I learned all this stuff through my experience, and then I decided, okay, let me wrap this up in a video and then inform to everyone. So that's the main idea of creating this video. I hope this video is really informative, and please subscribe to my channel for more such informative videos about Austria. Until then, see you, take care, bye bye.